Do you want to be an evangelist? Are you wanting to travel full time? You want to travel full time for business or whatever the case may be? I need to let you know about the hidden cost of itinerant ministry, family, because the struggle is real. And I don't want you to be blindsided by the deep, deep, deep financial obligations that is connected to this thing. And so, family, I want to, like I said, I've been starting a series about being an evangelist, and this is one of those videos that may not be fun, but it's something for you to give notice to. Again, my wife and I, we travel full time, and we when we go to churches, we tell them about the necessity of monthly partners and why that's so important. And so today, I want to let you know about something that we don't necessarily tell everybody, and something that I don't want to assume that you know. But again, consistent finances are important, so you can continue to do what you're called to do. So traditionally or typically, there are moments where, if you, let's say, a church schedule you or conference schedule you, where they may pay for your plane ticket. Okay. However, unless there's some specified communication back and forth, they may not pay for the extras that comes to travel, but it's non-negotiables, right? And so that is luggage and that seats, right? And so it seems to be that as the airlines has grown, whatever, that you have to pay for everything, it seems. Where it used to be seats were free and luggage were free, now obviously you have to pay for that. So here's the thing, that's what happens. The two hidden costs I want to give attention to, that I want you to be very aware of, and that you start thinking ahead about before you start traveling. And I'm gonna also tell you how to mitigate around that. And that is luggage and seats cost. Okay, so traditionally, I travel with my personal bag, my check bag, as well as a bag for product. Okay, there's some airlines you have to be very careful when you book your tickets. There's a little gnat flying around. Anyways, very careful when you book your tickets, that you make sure that you don't book economy, basic economy, I think is what it's called, without knowing the restrictions connected to it. If you book basic economy in your airline ticket, then you are not allowed to pick your seat. And then you also, I believe you're not allowed to have a carry-on, or you have to pay for that carry-on. So it's like you have a personal item and you're thrown anywhere and whatnot. So here's the thing. I can't afford to just let someone pick my seat. I am 6'6". That's the size of Michael Jordan, the size of Kobe Bryant, and I'm 330 pounds. I'm a large man. And so to me, it's not a question of, oh, that seat's uncomfortable. To me, it's a very just the raw understanding, like I literally can't fit. And then I'm forcing my knees or pushing against the seat. And then I'm already, to this day, reaping the consequences of forcing myself into places that I literally can't fit in. Right. And so deep pain shooting from my back all through my leg. It's horrible. I don't want you to experience that. So anyway, so let's get to nitty gritty. All right. So typically, if you have traveled with two luggage, typically your own check bag and then a bag for your product, book, T-shirts, things of that nature. Let's just say traditionally it's $60. Okay. And so you got $60, but that's only one leg. Okay. $60, but then you can make sure you got to have your product back or your luggage back. So the $60 both ways. So $60 on the way there and on the way back, that is $120, right? $120. And now you got to think of your seats. Typically, upgrading your seats, like to me, I'm not meaning first class. I'm simply talking about like an exit row or bulkhead or something where your legs can fit. For me, personally. So that is typically around $25 to $35, depending on the airline, per leg. So typically there are four actual segments into a flight. They're both going 35 times 4. 35 times on the calculator right here. 4 is $140. Okay. And so right now, so you got 140 plus 120. So even before you even get there, you're already $260 in the hole. $260 in the hole. So you got, let's say, typically I will at least minimally travel 4 times a month, typically, right? So $260, and that is just that is just seats and that is luggage. Do that 4 times a month, family. That's $1,040 time, and you how many? There's 12 months in a year. So I'm telling you, this is crazy. So just in leg seats, just in seats on the plane and luggage, the grand total I am spending a year is $12,480. $12,480 on the extras of traveling. Okay, and so again, this not talking about the actual plane ticket, the cost of the plane ticket, which sometimes the church or conference, whatever, may be able to cover, but other times you're eating that cost for yourself, and so then you got to add another $200-$300. So I hope even with this, maybe you're watching and you're not evangelist or whatever, maybe, and you're wondering why does people always asking for funds, and we have a saying, a silly saying, if we don't preach, we don't eat. But it's so expensive to do this, to go into a place, but the rewards, you ask yourself, why in the world are we spending over $12,000 over this is not talking about eating at the airport and all this other jazz, it's super expensive. Why in the world are we, and are not even talking about the parking at the airport, why are we spending $12,000 a year over these things just to get to a place, on these things just to get to a place? Why? Because family, it's worth it, yo. It is worth, man, seeing lives change. It is worth seeing souls saved. It is worth seeing families reconciled. It's worth seeing people encouraged. It is worth it. However, family, it is super expensive. So I hope now, maybe some of you, when you hear us, my wife and I are TMM Ministries and asking for monthly support, you can see now, because there's some months we're like, man, we got it. And there's other months where it's like, man, what are we going to do? Because again, and this is not talking about rental cars, not talking about any of that jazz. So typically, like I said, churches don't necessarily cover this aspect, right? So here's the thing. And if you're still watching this video, thank you. But here's the thing. So how do you mitigate? How do you mitigate or overcome this thing? All right. And here's the thing that will save you so much money and on the long run, but it's gonna take some effort on the front end, and that is this: stay loyal to an airline. Pick your airline and stay loyal to it, whether it's United, whether it's American, whether it's Delta or whatever. But pick an airline and stay loyal to it, because when you earn status with an airline, family, you are eventually will be able to pick your seat. Don't get charged for your seats, and at least I think towards the beginning, your first luggage is free, your first checked bag is free. All right, and so, but as you increase in your status, family, then eventually you get free upgrades to like first class and whatnot. If again determined to your status, but also you get 2 check bags. And so to me, it's more important for me personally, for me to have my bags free and my seats free, so to speak, more than sitting in first class just so I can drink a Coke Zero out of a glass cup, right? But to me, I need to fit safely. I don't get it twisted. I like being in first class and when that time comes, so don't get it twisted. But anyways, but that's how to mitigate it. You have to gain status with an airline. You have to gain status, or there's travel credit cards and all that stuff, but I don't want to get in that conversation for now. But the simplest way without getting into credit card stuff, family, is to stay loyal with an airline. How do you do that? That means you got to give attention, at least American Airlines, which I'm loyal with. I have like Platinum Pro with American Airlines. I'm working on Executive Platinum right now. But you have to give attention to the money you spend. You have to give attention to the mileage you fly, and then the segments you fly with. Segments is each leg of the flight. So typically, if there's a connection flight, that means that there's always 4. I'm flying in the next few hours, right? There's 4 segments to it. And so whatever airline you're going to choose, make sure you really give attention to that. Get your frequent flyer miles and track everything. And so they typically resets every single year. So come January, you're going to have to start from scratch. So come January, family, I'm going to have to start from scratch to continue the status. So giving attention to every single dollar spent and my mileage and my segments. And there's ways in and out of it, whatnot, but that's traditionally the gist of it. But hope you can see now when my wife and I were talking about, hey, yo, we need monthly support. We desperately need monthly supporters. And this is just one aspect of itinerant ministry. We still got tech, man. We still got, marketing. We still got product. We still got all this other jazz that needs attention. But this is just one small aspect of it that cost over $12,000 a year on bags and seats. So you can understand, family, why there are financial obligations and stuff to it. And so anyway, I'll make this video. I started this whole series and I want to make this video for those who want to go into this itinerant ministry. And I don't want you to be as surprised as I was as the deep, deep, deep cost of doing this. And as well as maybe you're watching and you want to learn more about our ministry, it's TMM Ministries, Timothy Mathey Ministries. TM Ministries does not stand for Timothy McCain Ministries. It stands for Timothy Mathey, who is my wife, Ministries. My wife is a minister in her own right. She's a preacher. She's a prophetess. She's anointed. She's a worship leader in her own right. She just preached last week. She preached a women's conference in Texas. Family, she is absolutely anointed and incredible. So it is not me dragging my wife. No, it is us doing ministry together at times and even doing ministry apart at times, family, because she is a minister in her own right. Timothy Mathey Ministries, TMM Ministries, right? So anyways, so if you want to be a supporter, family, please, man, check this out. Go to our website, go to that donate, monthly support, check our Cash App, all this information we'll put on there. But because we do need your help. There's a lot of amazing things we need to do, a lot of things we need to upgrade, a lot of stuff we're already putting an investment in. I realize this, that people will help you when they see you pushing your own car. I once heard someone that say this, well, how many times have you been driving and you saw someone's car die on the road and you saw them get out and push? And when you saw them get out and push, maybe some of you got out your own car and helped them push. But if they were just stranded on the side of the road, maybe you'd be more tempted just to drive by. But when you saw someone pushing their own vehicle of transportation, you got involved. And let you know, we have been pushing this family for over a decade, investing our own money. Obviously, I mean, it comes in, it goes places, right? On equipment, on traveling and all this other jazz. And there's so much we want to do. I want a studio space, so much family want to do, but that is going to come with consistent monthly supporters. And we're thankful for the offerings. We're thankful for the one-time blessings. We're thankful for all these different things, but it's hard to plan on money you necessarily can't count on, or you can't necessarily count rather. But monthly consistent supporters, man, $20 a month consistently. It's a big deal, but it may not be as a big a deal. Like maybe you sacrifice a Starbucks drink and a lemon pound cake, which that is a big sacrifice. So them lemon pound cakes are amazing, by the way. Anyways, but it may not be as huge of a sacrifice, but it's something that it will be, or maybe it is a huge sacrifice, but whatever you can do would be a great blessing to us, because this stuff is expensive and there's so much more we want to do. I want to get past struggle to get to dreaming, family. I want to get past struggle to get to planning. And sadly, just as you just witnessed, it takes money. So, but anyway, so if you're watching this and you want more practical things about itinerant ministry, family, this is for you. All right. And this channel is for you because, again, we're going to keep it 100 to you. But anyway, so hope you're doing well. And this was just simply video for today. And I just wanted to get some practical stuff out to you because, family, $12,000 a year. And listen, that is only traveling 4 times a week. I'm sorry, 4 times a month. So if you don't have status, it's more than that. So that's why when I first started, I used to jump to different airlines. I used to put all the eggs in the church's basket, tell them that, hey, I'm tall. Can you please make sure I can fit into a seat? Some of them did it. Some of them, frankly, didn't care. And then I was stuck in a place. And again, so it's important to you to get control and you to plan what you can plan to protect your health and longevity. So anyways, God bless you all. Holler at you later. Like, comment, subscribe, and I appreciate you for watching this video in its entirety. God bless. Peace.